North Korea's trash balloons escalate tensions with South Korea.
You and I in a little border town, buy a bag of balloons with the money we found, set them free at the break of dawn, till one by one they've all gone. Back at base, bugs in the software flash the message, something's out there floating in the summer sky. 99 trash balloons go by. 99 trash balloons drifting in the wind too soon. Papers, cans, and plastic bags flying high, those filthy flags. Worrying South Korean heads, hear the threat from overheads. This is what we feared and prayed. 99 trash balloons invade.
Is that a racial slur?
No, I wish it was. In the heart of East Asia, or Beast Asia as my grandpa called it, tensions between North and South Korea have taken a bizarre and unsettling turn, because Kim Jong-un has gone full Oscar, and it's making the South Koreans grouchy. In late May, a new form of provocation emerged from North Korea. Thousands of balloons carrying trash, including toilet paper and manure, were launched across the DMZ into South Korea. Talk about a shitty situation. The contents of these balloons were found scattered across sensitive locations, causing public outrage and raising significant security and public health concerns. They probably should have attacked India. How could they tell the North Korean garbage from their own?
Oh, hey man, go fuck yourself!
Meanwhile, South Korean officials have condemned these actions as, quote, despicable, shameful, and vulgar, end quote. The trash has landed in critical areas, such as the South Korean presidential compound and the U.S. Army base in Seoul, which is further escalating the tensions between countries. Quote, this is an unprecedented act of psychological warfare, stated a Korean official. An unprecedented attack that stands in stark contrast to the CIA, which has set many, many precedents on psychological warfare. In response, South Korea has resumed its loudspeaker broadcasts along the border, a tactic previously halted under de-escalation agreements. These broadcasts include a mix of propaganda, world news, and South Korean K-pop music. I wonder if South Korea is playing from that CIA playbook, or maybe they just all finished reading The Men Who Stare at Goats at the same time. Kim Yo-jong, sister of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, responded with threats of severe retaliation, referring to the broadcast as actions by South Korean, quote, scum, end quote. I can't critique her because I feel the exact same way about K-pop. The use of balloons for psychological warfare is not exactly new. South Korean activists have long sent anti-North Korean leaflets, USB sticks, loaded with K-pop and other materials, into the North. These actions are seen by the North Korean regime as serious threats to their tight control over information. Tight control on the info, but not their bowels if the country has so much poop they have to Wizard of Oz leftovers to their neighbors. In 2020, North Korea responded to a similar leaflet campaign by destroying a South Korean-built liaison office. Incidents of gunfire have also been reported as North Korea attempted to shoot down incoming balloons.
My gun!
Oh.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bah!
Wow.
Bah!
Who knew, of all things, balloons needed to be banned by the Geneva Convention? Recent provocations have led South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol to suspend a 2018 military deconfliction agreement. This agreement aimed to reduce the military tensions along the border. South Korea's military has increased its readiness, expanding the loudspeaker broadcast to include popular South Korean culture, aiming to undermine the North's strict information controls. The international community is watching with concern. The United States, with its significant military presence in South Korea, has expressed support for Seoul's measures. However, there are growing concerns about the potential for these balloons to be used for more dangerous purposes, such as delivering chemical or even biological agents. While there's no evidence to suggest the recent balloons contain anything other than trash, the situation has led to increased vigilance and preparedness among South Korean and United States forces. That said, in a race of an F-15 versus a balloon, I'm going to take the F-15 every time. Pat, who is the piece of shit in this story? Is it North Korea for sending trash balloons? Not healthy, not sanitary, but, there are worse things they could do, right? They could have sent, biohazards or AIDS. Is it South Korea?
Or AIDS, I guess. That's one.
Is it South Korea for being like, oh, you want to send garbage? Here, check out our CIA tactics from Iraq, Desert Storm, round 1. Is it the K-pop bands whose music is being used as torture against the North Koreans? They're like, hey, we got a big paycheck this month. Somebody's playing our music. Who is? Oh, it's the military to torture other people. Or is it whoever wrote this article? I just assumed they were garbage people in North Korea. You don't need to waste time and tell me they made balloons full of shit. I assume that's what they did for fun. I just assumed old shit balloon was a kid's game they played. Pat, who's your piece of shit?
Dude, trash balloon. Anyone whose idea it was to make trash, you're you're saying you could do the worst thing. No, I would rather get anthrax sent to me. At least I go okay, there's some evil genius behind it. Someone's trying to... Just sending me your garbage flying in a balloon you're an asshole at the lowest level. That is not military shit. That is not fucking, government versus government shit. That is literally I'm a fucking bully and you're a stupid baby and I'm going to fly. Your dog took a shit in my yard, so I'm going to tie it to a balloon. I'm going to fly it over your yard. Then I'm going to shoot the balloon and have a poop drop. It's fucking crazy that this will be their choice. Out of all the things they do, they're talks of them having nuclear warheads. Nah, son, we got trash balloons. Yeah, it's whoever's idea was, I got it, trash balloons.
See, I kind of have to disagree with you a little bit. I love the idea of a guy being like, we don't have weapons. How do we annoy the bigger power? Oh, I got an idea. Let's just shoot garbage at him. That pissed me off if somebody shot garbage. And there's a history of people who try to drop via balloons USBs and shit into the North Korean people so they understand what's going on. I kind of like the idea of the government being like, oh, we're going to send back what we think of that. It'd be like if somebody sent you a subpoena and you shit in the envelope and sent it back to them. It's that level of disrespect. I kind of respect it as much as you can.
I mean, Bob, if you're going to do it right, you put pee in it.
Well, you freeze the pee and then slide it under the door.
Subpoena.
We learned about subpoena. You're below my pee now. Nah? So for me, the piece of shit, it's kind of the sister who said if they don't stop playing the music, there will be revenge. Don't let them know what's coming. Right?
Well, she didn't. She didn't say if,
I just
was here come the trash balloons.
No, they did trash balloons first, then the music occurred, and then she was like, if you don't stop, I'm going to get revenge. Hey, you already got trash balloons. You're winning. Don't let them know what your next move is. Don't let them know there's revenge coming. They'll be on the lookout. Catch them off guard.
More trash balloons.
Even more trash balloons.
Unrecycled trash balloon. No.
Don't get me wrong. We all know North Korea has its image out there. It's a bit of a problem, right? But there is something to be said about just kind of poking the bear nonstop. And I respect that a little bit. Getting under North.
You don't fuck with people. Do not fuck with these people.